Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Excited for the first Dynamite of the new year. I think we definitely have some pretty good matchups tonight. Let me know how the mic sounds. Maximum Carnage. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah, I heard Jim Ross was supposed to be back on commentary tonight, so that would be awesome. Awesome. Pretty much the voice of my childhood. Great to have JR back. AEW World Champion MJF appears live. Okay. Bandito versus Sammy Guevara. Okay, so first defense next week against Bandito. That should be fun. Jungle Jack Perry, Jet Speed against the Demand. Okay. Interesting. Hmm. Don Callis already. Don Callis is like the gum on the bottom of your shoe. You can't get rid of him. Let me know which matches you guys are looking forward to tonight. And if you haven't already, the like, subscribe. We'll be back again on Friday for SmackDown. Now, this match should be wild. Anytime AEW does a lights out match, it's always insane. Okay. So it looks like we're kicking things off with Moxley. Great to hear JR is doing better. against the world. More than likely, I don't think I want to take that bet. Don't want to lose $5. I'm kind of excited to see where they take the storyline with face, a more face leaning John Moxley, because wasn't the biggest fan of the Death Riders heel run. So but Shelton versus Moxley should be interesting. The Hurt Syndicate MVP. One and zero going into the new year. Wonder if Moxley got the tooth fixed already, because that was brutal. I saw him chewing gum, and it reminded me. We'll see how that goes. Is he gonna shake? No, not quite there yet. Smack it away. Oh, the power of Shelton Benjamin. Throwing fists already. For like a sizing up, it feels like. He's really getting with those suplexes. So are we going to reach a point where the Death Riders, like, you're just not cutting it anymore? You're not as brutal. You're not as tough as you used to be. We're gonna kick you out. Is that the story that we're witnessing here? Wheeler Yuta, number one fan. Oof. I remember back when AEW had like the cheaper barricades that didn't really give. They were like always like throwing people into them, and these seem like they kind of have. They're a little more solid, maybe like the Daily's Place era barricades. We're going out into the crowd. Moxley's like shaking the ref's hand, like, please don't throw it out. Well, some of that popcorn. He's like, okay, okay, I'll go back. Not happy about it though. Tossing a chair on the way. Oh, that was yeah. Moxley's like, I've had enough for now. Another one of those suplexes, but this one was outside. Mm. We're up to 8. Back in. Double clothesline. Is Moxley bleeding? Looked like he was bleeding there for a moment. What is the next pay-per-view for AEW? I'm actually curious. Is it... They may have been promoting it. I may have just missed it. Let's see here. So Revolution is March 15th. Sunday, March 15th. So that might be the next one. And then, of course, we have All In London, August the 30th, which is always a highlight. I feel like that's where AEW really shine. I mean, it would be nice to not have to pay for the pay-per-views, but I feel like that they really go above and beyond to deliver a great show. I will say that during the Jon Moxley Death Rider era, where he was holding the title and it was in the briefcase and you weren't getting to see it, and all the pay-per-views were ending on a similar down. They ended on a similar note. So that was probably the only time in AEW's history where I would purchase pay-per-views and then feel kind of like, okay, I wish this was ending differently. But I feel like it did help to elevate Hangman when he did win the title. So, I mean, I think there was a payoff. I don't know if it was necessarily worth the amount of time put into it, but, you know, it definitely seemed like that there was a pretty big payoff there, and it helped to elevate him. So maybe that's all that matters. But yeah, I always look forward to AEW pay-per-views. Did everybody watch the WWE Raw Stranger Things collaboration on Monday? If you missed it and you want to check it out, uh, take a look at it, and then click on my stream from Monday. And it was pretty fun. The set was insane. It was amazing. But wish that some of the Stranger Things cast members had been present. That would have took it up a notch. But otherwise, very cool. All right, we're back. That was quick. So fast. First, I thought he was going for a suplex on that. Sure. Always used to love the winter is coming. He totally missed that hit. I'm glad Moxley didn't sell it. Hmm. Going for a pile driver? Shelton is just, I mean, he's like basically taking him to Suplex City tonight. Yeah, that's where he's going. I'm going again. That would be wildly disorienting. That was like the fourth one. Wow. Oh, cut her out of nowhere. Definitely seems like the match from Shelton's perspective was starting off with a little bit of respect, but it yeah, we're down to less than 5 minutes, so okay. Oh man. Oof. Made it to the ropes. Now we're going for a dive. Oof. He's like falls over too. Oh, the tooth is not fixed. He's still got the chipped tooth. Oof. Very hard hitting. Those back to the knee shots are brutal. Oh, yeah, we're getting down to the wire here. Paradigm shift out of nowhere. Yeah, we're down to 1 minute. Oh, that was a deadly looking knee. He tapped out what twice to Kyle O'Reilly recently. Oh, okay, so he the shot of MVP with his head down. Okay, that was a pretty hard hitting match. I mean, down to 5 seconds. That's pretty wild. I love the Moxley or the Moxley Death Rider theme. Has like that classic Attitude Era sound. Okay, so now didn't get the shake at the beginning, got it at the end. So just a grudge match, not for the title between Bandito and Sammy Guevara. Darby on the hunt for Pac. Yeah, Hiroshi Tanahashi. That was cool. So who's going to be in Jack Perry's corner? Is everybody happy with MJF being the world champion now? Last week debuting the Triple B. The main event of that pay-per-view was pretty solid. Samoa Joe, Swerve, Hangman, MJF. But that lights out match is going to be. I feel like that's going to be interesting. Which Moxley was pretty. I mean, that was a straight up, fight. I mean, he didn't. Yeah, maybe I should have took that bet. I know everybody was speculating that Jericho was going to debut with WWE on Monday. I saw a lot of reports on that. Obviously, not true, unfounded. But where does everybody think Jericho is going to land? Is he going to remain with AEW? Or is Jericho going to make his way to WWE? I mean, one of the good things, one of the perks of being a wrestling fan that just enjoys watching wrestling as a whole is that a lot of times you get to see people wrestle, whether they're at AEW or WWE or New Japan or TNA, Ring of Honor. Kenny Omega next week. That's exciting. Looks like Maximum Carnage is shaping up to pretty interesting show. Okay, this looks like the tag match. Yeah, I wonder who the tag partners are going to be. Kind of enjoy it. I love that he's using this song again. Looks like we have an invitation to the super kick party. Wow. So we're back to the old theme and the old look. So it feels like that some of the elite went and tried different turns or different takes on things, and it kind of feels like that with AEW there's a lot of maybe seeing what worked and embracing it a little bit, and sort of like with MJF being the champ, Jack Perry embracing the Jungle Boy moniker a little more, and then the Bucks now going back to their original sound and entrance theme look. Ricochet's wearing a hat. Landed it. Wow. Spear. Oh. Say what you want about the Bucks, but they're smooth. Yeah, I agree. It's even though it's not been that long, it feels good to see the Bucks back in their gear of old. Hmm. Wow. That was a brutal DDT. How many times are these guys gonna fall for this? Wow. I think we're seeing the tables turn here. Hmm. Oh. Oh, Wipeout. I'm not sure if anybody remembers, but a few years back, I remember they did a Jurassic Express 2 pack from like Ringside Collectibles, and in the first, like, there was two variants. There's like two variations, and like the first one, of course, was like how Jungle Boy would always come out on the shoulders of Luchasaurus. So the box has like the leaves and has like that theme on the front, and then you open it up, and on the inside it's Luchasaurus, Jack Perry on his shoulders, and that's the figure. But they did like a variant where, as far as I remember, the figures are identical. They're no difference. Gear's the same, looks the same. But when you open up the package, Jack Perry had Luchasaurus on his shoulders. And at the time, I was like, no pun intended, but I was like all in on AEW, uh, ringside line, all in on the AEW figures. Like, I was basically just buying every series that would come out. So like you'd have like series 1, series 2. And so I would just go ahead and pre-order them, and then I would get them when they came out, and I would just like hold my breath when I opened the box, because I was like, maybe I'll get a Chase. You know, that wonderful feeling. Maybe you'll get a Chase figure. And I remember the first Chase figure that I ever pulled from one of those boxes was a Jake Hager. And at the time, I was like, wow, I can't believe I got a Chase. And later, I ended up getting a couple more. I ended up getting like a Moxley one. Um, Seems like I got maybe a Kenny Omega, maybe. I don't know. But, anyways, back in those days, like, those figures were just like, I had to have them. And of course, you know, space is an issue. But the Jazzwares line, I remember when I bought the first set, and then shortly after they re-released them. Like, it was like version A and then like version B, and they re-released them because version A, they said the skin tones were too dull or too pale, and so they re-released them with better looking skin tones. But we're back. Nick Jackson's just flying. Cool. Oh man. Oh well, I love that move where he sort of has him draped over the ropes, and Matt and Nick jumps off, kicks him in the back, and then as the ropes push him into the back into the ring, Matt catches and the goes into the slam. So when AJ Styles and Dragon Lee did that, I forget which show it was, but when they pulled that move off and AJ caught the opponent with a Styles clash, that was magic. That was like a triple decker Samoan drop going on there. Oof. Oh man. Ricochet is one of those guys like heel, face, whatever. Like he's still so entertaining to watch. Oh wow. Okay. That's impressive. Oh, big cutter. Come on, we can't let these guys lose tonight, can we? Can we? Super kick party. Everybody gets one. BT trigger after the Doomsday device, after the running knee. Sorry, Ricochet, but count to 10. Somebody's really proud of that high Tyler sign. I mean, they're keeping it. They're keeping it up. So high Tyler. Yeah. Don't know who you are, but somebody really wants your name on TV. Here to spoil a party. What a shame. Jim Doyle, isn't that Jake something? Is that his name from TNA? Speedball. Oh, lights went out. Who do we have here? Oh wow. Andrade El Idolo? Is that him? It is. That is him. Don Callis family's kind of becoming latter day NWO. It's like turning into the Don Callis roster. Because half the guys are not even in the ring right now. Yeah, it's growing. Hey, it looks great. I like the mask. Reminds me of that DC villain, Black Mask. Yeah, we still have the Hangman Swerve against the Ops lights out match. Looks like Willow's coming out next. I'm curious if that was his name on TNA because I'm pretty sure that was Jake something. Okay, so yeah, so Jake something, and then now he's Jacob Doyle. Okay, that's a better name. I mean, I remember Jake something, so maybe that's memorable. But who else is excited about TNA? It looks like what is it? AMC, and that's going to be very soon. It's like within like next week or something. We may have to go live for that. Yeah, so it looks like. So it says multi-year media rights deal brings total nonstop action to AMC and AMC Plus. 2-hour Thursday night Impact will kick off live on January the 15th, 2026 in Dallas, Texas, and become a weekly event on AMC and AMC Plus. So yeah, I mean that's yeah, I mean it may have to go live for that first night, and if people enjoy it and they want more of it, maybe we can bring it more into the weekly rotation. As of right now, I'm trying to do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But of course, like NXT TNA. You know, they could be. We could add those in, or Collision. You know, whatever people would be interested in watching. We're just growing, so we're just getting started. So as of right now, I'm still figuring out the perfect schedule and trying to give people what they want. So we'll see. But I am really excited about the lights out match. And isn't Friday? I know they tried to make it kind of comparable in size to Monday. I guess they didn't want Monday to seem large and Friday to seem not so big. So I know that Friday has the Cody McIntyre match with 3 stages of hell. So that's going to be interesting to see where that goes. All this food's making me hungry. That cake looks delicious. If this was WWE, that cake would be in somebody's face by the end of this segment. 100%. What a moment for Willow. FTR fears Babes of Wrath. A lot of gold in the ring. Yeah, love cake. Did they think they were going to get a We Love Cake chant? CEO. She held that title for a really long time, though, right? I mean, is she doing like the New Day morning gimmick? I hope not. Canumpe me. She's not happy. Save the cake. Save the cake. Is Mercedes gonna wear the cake? Oh no. Oh no. Face first into the sheet cake. And then she gets power bombed onto the cake. What a waste of a delicious cake. Looks like he has a custom belt. Mark Briscoe versus Hechicero TNT Championship Saturday. The Triangle of Madness. Okay. This match is definitely going to be intense. High flying. Bandito has such a cool look. I don't think MJF is going to lose the title that quickly. I know they're trying to. I know they're trying to move the title around a little bit because they have so many guys right now that's kind of sitting at the top. But oh wow, no respect there. So much for the code of honor, huh? Yeah, I remember when Sammy came out on AEW and he had the panda hood. Definitely an AEW OG. I like to go back and revisit some of the early, run of AEW. Sneak right out. Oof, that was a spill. Now here we go. Oof. Yeah, what's everybody's favorite year for AEW? Or I mean, did everybody start in the beginning, or depending, I guess, when you first began to watch? But I definitely have a lot of nostalgia for that first year, first couple of years. I mean, the Daily's Place era was a comfort at that time, but that first year or so was, not everything, of course, but um, what what I remember and what they got right, they really got right. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Friday. That should be interesting. Apart from the Cody match, what else do we have um, for Friday? Let's see. Hmm, Let's see here. Hmm. There we are. We're back. Okay. Yeah, my internet decided to give me a rough time for a second. We're back. Those chops. You can now buy your own dynamite diamond ring. Next week I'll be like, oh, oh wow. Sammy, you could have busted nose there or something. Oof. That was like picture perfect. Oh wow. That didn't quite look like it went as intended. Oh. Oh wow. And he that looked like he actually rotated a little more and maybe his face even hit the mat. Mm, that was a tight roll up. Oh, cutter. Wow. That was that was unreal. That was a sequence. As I said earlier, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're checking this out on a replay or if you're here now. I'm going to be doing this Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I'm going to be back Friday. We're going to be watching SmackDown. So if you're here, drop a like. It really helps. Subscribe. We are growing. So let's try to get there. Already on the injured nose. Ooh, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. That was a solid match. Up. I love the sparkler entrance. So old school. Who's this guy? Finally, an answer to who this guy is. Just saw them confiscate a sign in the front row. I'm not gonna say what it said though. I think Bandito's heard enough. Oh. So MJF. Well, that didn't go according to plan. Oh man. Poor translator, dude. Oh man. In a suit. Don't touch the title. It's bad luck. Sealed your fate, Bandito. Almost main event time. Next, we have Tony Storm and Marina Shafir. I'm going to step away for just a second and grab a drink, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. So that was interesting. So setting up the match between Bandito and MJF next week. So that should be a fun match, but Bandito being the Ring of Honor World Champion, I don't think that's gonna change right now. I think with MJF, I think this run is gonna be a little bit longer. So, I mean, it was that like his first defense, so yeah, I don't think that's gonna change. So even though the stakes may not be there, I think the match will be. I think the match will be fun. I never could get the card for SmackDown pulled up. Oh, here we are. Um, hmm. What's everybody think about the Stranger Things theory that there was another episode we weren't past the or we weren't aware of that was past the finale, like in a secret ninth episode? That theory took fire, and although some of it I get, maybe it was intentional. Even though there isn't going to be a ninth episode, I'm sure. The timeless one. 20 wins last year. I don't know if Marina Shafir is ready for Tony Storm. She throw her socks at somebody. Oh man, pretty cool transition. Oof, big boot. I think Willer Yuta is ringside. So there you go. Apparently Tony Storm doesn't like him either. This run with Tony Storm after developing this timeless Tony Storm character. Just what a run. Especially her run with Mariah May. That was the best storyline of that year. By quite a distance, in my opinion. Maybe one of the best storylines that AEW has pulled off. No matter the division. Is anybody excited for the Royal Rumble? I'm going to be doing a prediction video once we know a little more about what the matches are going to be, what the card's going to look like. I'm going to try and do a Royal Rumble prediction video. So that'll be interesting. There's something about that Royal Rumble season that just, I don't know, it's just really special. Leading into Mania. Not quite sure who my pick is to win the Rumble this year. I have some theories, some early predictions, but nothing solid yet. But to find those out, you're just gonna have to check out the prediction video. I imagine the lights out matches. That's gonna be rough. I don't know when the last time they did a lights out match on Dynamite or Collision. Feels like it's been a little bit. Yeah, that's not it. I love JR on commentary. It's great to have him back. That was a nasty shot. Oh, Rikishi would be proud. Ah, mm, it's a rough headbutt. Oh, come on, Wheeler Yuta. Come on. You ruined it. You ruined it, Yuta. Oh man, what you hit her with? A straight fist? That was Mina Shirakawa. Well, that didn't look good either. So much for the help there. Roddy Strong. Isn't that his wife though? So, oh wow, she just sped at her husband. Orange took his time. Oh wow, Luther. Luther is not happy about that. It's kind of a fun dynamic with Orange and Tony Storm, both such entertaining gimmicks. But I remember there was a time when I was watching, I don't know, maybe a couple of years ago. I think it was when Orange had a really, he had a run with, I think it was the TNT championship at the time. And I just remember every week he opened the show. And nothing against Orange, but like it was like for so many weeks before the show started, I would say, I'm pretty sure Orange is going to open the show. And I would always just be like, because it just felt like we needed to mix it up a little bit. Um, but he was opening so much. And, but in the right moments and in the right time, I like the gimmick. Um, but they had him sort of doing like a workhorse gimmick or something there for that time. And mixing that with the sloth like qualities of that character, I don't know that I fully got on board with it. But, you know, but I'm not a big fan of. I like Mox a lot, but I'm not a big fan of the Death Rider story at the moment. So I really do hope that because I feel like sort of with WWE Judgment Day has done that, where it's went through iterations and it makes the team feel a little fresher because they have went through a couple different iterations of the faction. But it does feel like for the past little bit that there's something there that needs to take place. And there was the issue between Liv and Finn. And so it kind of felt like for a while they needed to make some progress with that. And maybe we'll see that soon. Here's Pac. Darby's probably going to attack him during this interview. Oh, that's one way to get what you want, I guess. Guess it worked. That dude in the crowd doesn't know what's going on. It must be his first lights out match. Is that their team name is Swangman? I'm going to say boo here. Hangman, swerve all the way. Yeah, Hook has it coming. Is Hangman back to the original theme as well? Yeah. I do have to say, changing Swerve's music, bad idea. That song, it completely played into Prince Nana. The whole vibe in the arena changed when that music hit. And to change it, no. I think that you'll have a situation like we've seen tonight where they realize that some of the older themes are just they're where it's at, like with Hangman, like with the Bucks. So nothing against the new song, but that first Swerve's original music can't be beat. I felt that way several times about Kenny Omega's theme songs as well. Nothing against some of his other themes, but his original theme for me is the one. Why are the lights flickering? Turn the lights back on. The lights out match. Just turn the lights off. Leave them off for 10 seconds. And when they come back on, then it's unsanctioned. Don't follow around with a spotlight and keep the lights out. Just makes it difficult for everybody to see. Oh, that would have to hurt your hands. See, like that kick looked pretty great. I couldn't see it. Am I wrong here? Is it just me? Everybody feel the same? 10-second interval, lights go out, stay out 10 seconds, come back on. Maybe they're just a little lower, but not completely out. They have such an interesting dynamic after feuding and it being such a harsh personal feud to now be teammates. And wow. Did they listen to me? Are you in here, Tony? Oh, yeah, that was rough. Hangman just doesn't get enough respect for wrestling these kind of matches and or any kind of matches for that matter in cowboy boots. Yeah, I don't think Hook wants to go into a power game with Swerve at this point. Swerve is a guy. I think the first time I ever saw him was 205 Live back in when he was in WWE and he was on 205 Live. Definitely an interesting journey. Is there, I mean, if we're talking, people that have made the leap from one brand to another brand, I really can't think of anybody really that benefited as much as Swerve. Some could say Moxley because he's been able to be that character that he envisioned that he wanted to be when he was in WWE, and at that time WWE just wasn't that kind of show. It wasn't, and that's not a complaint. That's just that show at that time was definitely more of a PG show. Wasn't the kind of show where you came out and you did some of the things that he does in AEW. So I guess we get a more realized version of John Moxley, a fully realized version of what his vision of the character is or what his version is. But Swerve is definitely one of those guys that if people say, oh, you went to AEW and wasn't quite what they were expecting it to be, and I can totally understand that in the case of, maybe Andrade being like the first guy to leave WWE, go to AEW, or no longer be with WWE, go to AEW, and then come back. And even though the Miro character, I love the character work. I know it got off to a rocky start, but that character work was incredible. I like the promos every week. I like the moniker, but it just seemed like for a bit it just wasn't quite being utilized fully. Not sure why. But yeah, I mean, Swerve, it's to go from being on 205 Live to now where he is now. I mean, it's awesome. And Tony Storm as well. I mean, I used to love Tony Storm when she was on NXT UK and also when she was, on all the other shows, NXT, SmackDown, or Raw. But this new timeless character, it's new gimmick. It's definitely it's interesting. Oh, we got a table in the ring. right through the table. Yeah, they're trying to take him out. I mean, oh, oh, what did he just hand him? Is that a stapler? It's funny how sometimes the more extreme stuff looks less painful than the simple stuff, like the stapler. I mean, after seeing the feud between Swerve and Hangman, like, what can these guys possibly do to them? He's just like stapling him what time he's in the suplex. Oh, where did that go? Down low. Oof. Count to 10. Oh no, is this the blocks? The cement blocks? Oh, they're taking it in the ring. Oh, dude ran into the ropes. Prince Nana getting involved. He's not gonna be able to do the. Oh no. Battle of the blocks. Yeah, if Hangman hadn't broke that up, I think that was it. Oh, the ops dojo spilling out. What? Come on. They can't get beat down by these guys. Come on. Come on, Prince Nana. Don't be a hero. Oh, is that Prince Nana's signature coffee? Wow. Very cool. Oh, capitation. Clearing the ring. Buckshot lariat. Big spine buster. Oh man, he took out the whole dojo again. Oh, we're back up on the blocks. Not gonna end well. Dead eye on the blocks. That's brutal. Yeah, he's done. So Hook, you're in this fight alone. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna save him at this point. Yeah, this is gonna suck for. Gonna suck for Hook. Yeah, I agree with Jr. It's like you've had this thing won for a couple minutes now, guys. Let's do it. That's it. Yeah, like I said, after seeing the feud, the bitter rivalry between Hangman and Swerve, when you put those guys on a team, I don't think that there's anything their opponents could possibly do to them that they haven't already done to each other. Next week looks pretty promising. Maximum Carnage, Kenny Omega, Darby and Pac, MJF. Yeah. Well, guys, that was fun. I appreciate anybody that checks this out on the replay or was here and watched this live. If you don't mind liking the stream, subscribing, I will be back Friday for the reaction of Friday Night SmackDown. And then, of course, Monday as well. So thank you so much for checking it out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys on Friday. Thanks.